In a quiet Pennsylvania valley stood Ridgehaven County Correctional Facility, a long, concrete complex built decades earlier, back when coal still fueled the region and no one asked many questions about what lay underground. Locals knew the land had history. Mines tunneled beneath the hills like forgotten veins. Most were sealed, abandoned, and left to memory. But time had a way of reclaiming what people ignored. Daniel first noticed the hairline cracks during a volunteer visit. Thin, branching lines along the hallways like spiderwebs in cement. At first glance, they seemed harmless, the sort of scars any aging building collects. But then he saw more. Door frames no longer flush, tiles buckling, floors subtly slanted. Whispers drifted through the break room among correctional staff. The ground was sinking in places. Old mines collapsing slowly, creating soft pockets of earth. Sinkholes had opened on nearby farmland, swallowing trees without warning. But no one talked about it publicly. Jobs were scarce in the county. The prison was one of the biggest employers within 50 miles. Steady pay, health insurance, enough to raise families. People depended on it. So when administrators quietly reminded employees to avoid speculation or refrain from discussing structural concerns, most nodded and complied. Silence, after all, was practical. Daniel sensed the unspoken conflict, the loyalty to the institution versus the uneasy truth beneath it. Guards joked nervously about carrying life jackets. Maintenance crews patched cracks faster than they could form. Everyone hoped the ground would hold just a little longer. On certain days, standing in the parking lot, Daniel could almost feel the earth shift, subtle, like breathing. The building still looked solid from a distance, its fences and floodlights unwavering. But the real story wasn't above ground. It was what couldn't be seen, what had been buried, what history refused to let go. Whether anyone would ever acknowledge it openly remained unclear. But the valley had patience, and the minds beneath it had all the time in the world.